Good morning. Morning, Paul.
Good morning, sisters. Happy Wednesday.
Oh, we got Nick there too. Nick, I'm going to put you to the side for a minute, and I'll bring you. I'll bring you in a second.
Good morning, everyone. We're just going to make sure that we've got all of our technology working this morning, that you guys can hear us and see us, and we'll dive right in.
Another good meeting planned.
Yes.
Yeah, some good stuff, good speakers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm excited about the content today, for sure.
Yeah, we got people?
Yep, so it looks like we've got 20 of you online with us so far. Say hello in the comments section. I know a few of you have said good morning, so we'll do just a couple of shout outs while we're waiting. Good morning, Vicki. Good morning, Pam. Good morning, Norvin, Irene, Gina, Dominic, Joyce, Kathy, and Mark. Thanks so much for commenting.
We are right on time.
I know.
Yes.
We nailed it with technology.
Technology is working. It's taken 13 months.
We got it down.
And next month we get to do it live in person.
I know. Oh.
we have to figure out what that's like again.
I know.
I know. How do we do that?
There'll be some kinks with that, right? Hey, we haven't done an in-person one in a while. What are we going to do for that?
All right, let's see what we got here on our agenda today.
I like the quote.
The quote is very nice. Yes, hopefully you guys got to see it if you logged on in the beginning. The most reliable way to predict the future is to create it. Yeah, that's... Don't let things happen to you. Make things happen.
Yep. If it's meant to be, it's up to me.
I like that one too. Yes. So if you're new to the company or haven't attended a meeting for quite some time, welcome. And please, in the comment section, because we've hired a lot of new people, great people, real excited. Thank you for everyone who's referring and bringing on these amazing people. Please comment, say hello, and we will send you your e-pin in the mail, and I'll be bringing them to our live in-person. So anyone that maybe hasn't gotten theirs, you'll get your cool little e-pin, and you can wear that proudly. So again, we'll be talking about it, but we'll be doing live in person at Smedra May 5th. More of that to come. So welcome new agents. And thanks to everyone who's referring and helping grow this company and bringing people into just a great community. So Brooke, thank you for referring Chance, and Lori referring Tom, and Eileen, Kay, Jennifer referred Anna, Antoinette referred Adam. So thanks so much. We just, it's like you guys. You guys build your business by referrals, and that's how we've been doing it here. So really appreciate everyone. And we actually got some pictures so we can see who these people are who have joined us. We got Jameson and Chance and Pete and Kay and Charlie. So happy to have you guys here with us. And again, if you're on the Zoom, well, I guess you're on the Facebook. I'm on Zoom. If you're on the call, reach out, say hello. We'd love to say hi back to you. Color Productive, he's not here yet, I don't think. So, well, maybe he is. We've got two people waiting room. So we've got Nick Bacone, who's going to do a great update for us. And then Troy Lucero with Color Productive. On our Elevate system, we have the tab that says Print Marketing. And that will lead you to our great connection that we have with Troy. He's going to tell you what he does. It's awesome. It's awesome stuff. So let me bring in Troy here.
Yeah, and he's revamped and reworked a lot of the website. It's really, really sharp.
Really excited about what Troy's been working on. And I'm going to give him access to share with us his stuff. Hopefully, Troy, you can hear us if you're logging in, coming on. Troy? We got our technology going.
Do we got you there? Yeah.
I see audio is connecting. 'Connecting. Do we have you, Troy? Paul, you might have to. Oh, I can see it again. Color Productive's connecting to audio.
Might just be having a little bit of trouble.
Yep, little delay. It's great when you say these delays, even like when you're watching the evening news and people are, it's like there's just nothing perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, we got our technologies. It's not going to be that easy for us.
Yeah.
We got to run into one glitch.
And we can always toggle over to Nick.
And that's what I was thinking. We might
we'll start with our legislative update, and then we'll get Troy connected in, and we'll have him join us here in a few minutes.
So yeah, I'm gonna kick him back. Look, I'm getting good at this Zoom thing, so I'm gonna kick him back into the waiting room.
And we'll just go ahead and bring Nick on. Exactly, and we'll come back to Color Productive.
Legislative update with Nick Bacone and Melissa Maldonado. I'm so excited to see you guys in person.
Yeah, and if you don't know who Nick McCone is, he's public affairs, and so he keeps us up to date on everything that's going on the government legislative side. I don't know how many of you are similar to me, but I don't enjoy reading that stuff and following it, so he gives us the great snippets in digestible pieces that we can all understand. And so, yeah, we're excited to have him here with us today.
So hopefully Nick can hear us. Nick, we just gave you a little intro. You're still muted. Welcome. Share with us, if you will, and amaze us with what's happening in the political world.
So we're live and we're with your agent?
We are live and you are with our agents.
Sounds great. Hello, everyone. Thanks, Todd. Thanks, Stacy, and thanks, Paul. It is always great to come and see you guys. Forgive my little bit of a casual nature today. It is 285 is an ice rink right now, so I hope nobody is selling or showing property up 285 or up in the mountains. It's pretty crazy up there, so forgive me for not looking more professional. But it is a pleasure to talk to you and to tell you about all the craziness that's going on in the legislature right now. And I won't get this too wonky or too, politically, I won't get lost in the details. But these are some of the things that your state association, as well as your local association, your national association, is watching to make sure we keep the realtors' best interests in mind. Every time they get together in Denver and the legislature is in session, there is a possibility of bad ideas advancing that are difficult for the real estate industry. We hope that good ideas advance, but you folks know when you're working a contract, 90% of the time you're playing defense and you're solving problems. You're dealing with appraisals that don't come back with the right numbers or title work or all those things that you do to help your clients and your consumers. That's what happens at the legislature too. So 90% of the time we are dealing with difficult ideas for the real estate industry and trying to deal with them in creative ways. Either really beat back bad ideas, or you can kind of, amend and disperse and fall back. And all of these ideas have to go through the full Senate and the full House and get signed by the governor. In some cases, they don't get signed. But they need those three things to happen to become law. Yesterday in the Senate, Colorado Association of Realtors had a pretty good day. At the beginning of this session, Senate Bill 173 was introduced, which dealt with landlord and tenant relationships. And it frankly was greatly skewed on the side of tenants. Now, I know that's not specifically what you do in your daily lives, but you sell properties that get used for income purposes. And many times clients that you sell homes to become landlords and become property managers or work with property managers. This bill, we've been through a pandemic, we're still in it. This bill really attempts to give some leeway and some latitude to tenants who are having difficult times. And we certainly understand that. Everybody's had a difficult time in all of this. But property owners are having difficult times too, and the people who own those have difficult times. So at the beginning, this bill was written that was very heavily skewed on the side of tenants. I'm happy to report that is no longer the case. There's still work to be done, but Senate Bill 173 passed the Senate yesterday and is headed to the House. So it's passed step 1 of 3. And it was amended to be able to be more amenable to property owners and landlords, essentially. One of the biggest provisions, and I'll kind of link when we're done, I'll either send it to Todd and Stacy and Paul or link. CAR was able to add a number of amendments yesterday that slowed things down. The best one, I think, and this is kind of my opinion, an amendment was added that exempts single-family property owners of 5 units or fewer from this bill completely. So we want to make sure tenants have a very fair chance to deal with a difficult time, and that landlords have to deal with that and are able to deal with that. But this really kind of gives our mom and pop landlords and our mom and pop property owners some standing and away from this provision as well. For what does pass and for what does end up getting codified into law, and this bill will pass in some capacity. There were another list of amendments added that does indeed make it more fair. It requires disclosure to the tenants of a full list of things that you can do before you stop paying your rent. Have you checked this? Have you checked that? Have you seen the funds that are available here? Seen the funds available there? So I like the fact that this is becoming more reasonable. Now, it could go to the House and it could get all jacked up again. So what I'm reporting to you is what happened yesterday. And don't count your proverbial chickens yet, but good things happened yesterday for the property owners and the mom and pop landlords of Colorado. So stay
that's
tuned.
big news.
Yeah, that's huge.
It is.
I mean, we got people scared of just doing
Post-closing
post-closing occupancy.
agreements because you can't evict if that person doesn't move out.
And I know you two and your office always talks about this stuff. Had you mentioned or followed this bill at all, or were you?
We had not. No, this is news to me.
So what I'll do then is continue to make sure you get. CAR gives us the Friday updates of the once a week stuff, but I'll make sure you three have this stuff and how it keeps progressing, because
That's awesome.
Great, thank you.
we like it when reasonable, just like in a deal. You gotta find the compromise to make things work and not punish either side. I'll give you one more that's actually somewhat positive. It isn't all playing defense in the legislative process, which is something I like. Sometimes there are opportunities for us to grab the flag and carry something that can help and change things for the good. CAR, celebrating their 100-year anniversary, put together this package of 4 pieces of legislation that are all currently introduced, and they're all doing pretty well, that allow for positives in affecting people who are on the pathway to purchasing homes. And they're calling it their Century of Opportunity package, 100 years, century, opportunity for home ownership. The one that I really dig in this is a bill that this is House Bill 1200. It includes financial literacy in a high school curriculum so that students have a better understanding of credit, debit, and student loans, as well as preparing for home ownership and retirement in the future. And to me, this is one of those moments.
Yeah.
We have been talking about that for years. For years. How come we don't teach this? Why don't we teach real life in school? And what a great thing. Oh, that's very cool.
It's like when we were all in college and your buddy, the history major, was lamenting about what he was going to do in the real world. I'm like, that's on you, bro. But I think it is interesting that this bill is being received very well at the legislature too. They've been doing budgeting for the last week and a half, so some of these other ideas will kind of fly in the wake once they get through the big budget bill, which they're mostly through. But this has been received well at the legislature. So the opportunity to say that realtors are supporting a bill, I mean, it is, we don't sponsor it, a legislator sponsors it, but this was our idea. To insert financial literacy into curriculums is a wonderful, wonderful idea. The second part of that, there are 4 parts. 2 of them are bureaucratic. I won't waste your time now, but they're good for the industry and good for credit stuff. This one, though, allows, this is House Bill 1134. It allows for credit building through pilot programs that level the playing field for populations of color and give renters opportunities to build credit so they can access home ownership. This kind of targets, if you will, those credit invisible people that have a difficult time building credit and coming to the table with credit that is sufficient for purchasing a home. So I put this under the there are more than one way to get things done category, in that we're trying to find ways to help people who can build credit actually build credit. So I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I kind of did this. Here's something we can do to positively affect things.
Right.
Like I said, these ideas are being received well at the legislature. That doesn't include any promises, but kind of a good example of things that are going well. The last one, and Todd and Stacy, your ears are really going to perk up at this one. Our legislative policy committee at the state level follows everything that impacts or could impact the real estate industry. As you know, the relationship between brokers and their contractors is a very special relationship that works really well in the real estate industry. Anything that starts towing the line about employees can go a long way towards affecting the way that we all do business, the way that you have relationships there in equity and anywhere else. So our legislative policy committee watches things like that, and there is a bill that deals with protecting workers' rights in the area of discrimination. It is looking to expand employee rights when they're discriminated against. And that is certainly a noble topic and something that we care about. But one of the things the bill does, this is Senate Bill 176, the bill for the purposes of this stuff couches or considers all contractors employees. So while it is important to think about discrimination in the workplace and to litigate it appropriately, our antennae are up on anything that would kind of affect the relationship that we have between our agents and our brokers statewide. So the Legislative Policy Committee voted to oppose this bill. It doesn't look like this bill is a very big threat right now as far as we're concerned. We will have the opportunity to make that point should this bill advance, but it too is stalled in the wake of the bigger omnibus budget bill right now. But I kind of like it so our folks can understand, this shows the extent that all of our realtors on the Legislative Policy Committee read this stuff and thinks of how it affects the real estate industry. So I like to say your association has your back in all realms in the advocacy department. So
that's awesome.
30 seconds on two local things. Centennial is about to pick up licensing short-term rentals. And the cool thing about the way this discussion is going is that the city council member who first brought up the idea at a city council meeting, he said, and it's actually in the minutes, let's call Nick and Smedra to see what they think.
That we like.
It says we're going to contact the local realtor association. But Councilmember Don Sheehan has a great relationship with Smedra. And I am in the process of getting him ordinances around the country that we like and ordinances around the country that we don't like. The deal with, we all care about the same things. You don't want to live next to a party house, but we want to make sure a property owner has the right to use and make financial gain from their property. So we're looking for something that balances the line. Don was 100% in agreement with that. So as this process goes, rest assured that we're going to be involved in it.
Awesome. And you said that's for Centennial, correct?
That is in Centennial. It's not even an ordinance yet. He just brought it up that he wants to look into it. So I like that we're at the very foundation of this, the very ground floor stuff. The other one is in Denver, and it's going to be tough. Denver and our friends at DMAR, DMAR's doing a great job at this. Tomorrow is Smedra's Board of Directors meeting. We're going to consider a motion and likely stand with them to oppose a rental registration ordinance in the city and county of Denver. And that doesn't have anything to do with short-term rentals. It is all rentals, all units, regardless of size, number, everything. It would include licensing. It would include a registration fee. And it would include property inspections required for the license.
Wow.
DMAR, my colleague at DMAR did a great job when he heard of this a while ago, and it came from the chair. He said, we don't know what it is, and then they introduced the ordinance. So DMAR is going to try and water down and deflect and slow down and do all those things that we do as political advocates. They're not talking about yearly inspections at the moment, but they are talking about maybe every 4 years. And it's, this is one of those camel's nose under the tent kind of things. Once they get that, what are they going to do with the data? What are they going to require the property owner? So we're going to fight this one. I believe Smedra will join DMAR tomorrow in opposing it. It is our first opportunity to do so. But what happens in Denver spreads to Aurora, spreads to Centennial. You know
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah.
So if I haven't bored you all,
No, this
that's
is
pretty
great.
much my legislative update.
No, we're getting great comments.
Good.
and
I like talking to y'all.
Yeah, no, it's so good to see you, and we're excited.
This is,
Hopefully, we get to see you in person if you'll be at our sales meeting in May. I don't know if you'll be at Smedra or not, but we'll be there May 5th.
In the meantime, if we could just get Stacy and Todd to post more Mr. Tibbs pictures. Is that the cutest dog in the internet?
He's a good guy. Yeah, he's awesome little dog.
He doesn't hold a candle
Banjo,
with Banjo.
yeah, Banjo's pretty awesome.
He's got the snow mountain photos.
He has become the unofficial mascot at Smedra. The ladies love him, and he's, when he pops in, he turns everybody's frowns into smiles.
Yeah.
Lots of smiles.
I bet.
For sure. That was my goal on Facebook.
So thanks for the time, guys.
Can I ask you a quick question, or have you do a?
Your association.
What were we gonna say?
Oh yeah, your association has your back. I'm always available for things. Under this format, is there a chat option? Can I put my contact info in the chat?
Yeah, you should be able to. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll put it up
Okay.
on Facebook
I'll
because
do
most
that,
people
then
are on. Let me ask you a quick
Okay.
promotional. I haven't been doing the Zoom and Facebook. It's been harder for me to get the word out about RPAC and really what it is that we do. So how can agents, okay, so Smedra and DMARS, and again, we have some brand new people in here. I keep saying Smedra and DMAR, and some brand new agents are going, I'm supposed to join that. What is that? The South Metro Denver Real Estate Realtor Association, the Denver Realtor Association. We have, this legislative branch, if you would, at the board that is, you say it. What's your saying about keeping government out of our pockets?
Yeah, oh God, I just, you either, we want government out of our wallet and out of our business, and we just want to let you just help people find homes and sell homes. And that's what our advocacy program does. And that's what RPAC, if you're asking me, Todd,
please
kind of expand briefly on that. It is for the agents in the room, it is our chance to say, this stuff matters. And I want to stand shoulder to shoulder with those who are helping us fight bad ideas and promote good ideas. My fees, the association work, the stuff we do down at City Hall and everything, those are all dues related. So when you choose to become a member of the association, you pay for that. The dues dollars, this is what your association should be doing for you. RPAC is a voluntary fund that you can choose to contribute to that really helps us at the candidate level and at the ballot issue level. So when it's a vote for or vote against something and you are choosing as the voter, we get to spend RPAC funds on that. And that really matters. And the best example of that is Councilmember Sheehan in Centennial. We interviewed him, we supported him get elected in a tough election. And what's the end result of that? He's not saying, I want to do what the realtors do, but he's saying, you know what, I'm going to find out what the realtors think about this stuff. That's where RPAC helps us make that connection. So, the next time you go to closing, that's when I would love for you to consider, there's a group of realtors out there that are working collectively to help with this. And that's when I hope you'll see that a contribution to RPAC is appropriate. And that can be $20. That can be $1,000, that can be $99, that can be anything that fits you and your vibe and your feel. It is not a Republican entity. It is not a Democrat entity. It represents the Realtor Party, which is what we all work and live in every single day. So as you can tell, I'm a kind of a wrap yourself in the flag guy. I kind of believe in this stuff and I like working for it. I hope you like it too. And know that your contribution to RPAC let me do the work I need to do, and you guys go out and sell homes. It is your chance to say, yep, here, go protect us. That's what RPAC is.
Love it.
That's perfect.
Perfect.
And I do have one question that came in. Does Smedra have an online resource to stay abreast of the bills that CAR, NAR, and Smedra are following?
Yeah, so that's a really good question, actually. CAR, in the 5 months of legislative session, has a constantly updated bill tracker, which I will give to you to distribute in the way that you see appropriate. As far as at the local level, the stuff doesn't happen that quickly, so I haven't found it efficient to do it that way. But I try to keep us updated through things like this about how it goes on. And same with NAR. You know, at DC, things move at a glacial pace, kind of for a reason sometimes. But Stacy, I will send you the things that I use to keep abreast, which is about as quick as they update us.
Awesome.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much.
Nick, so good seeing you.
Miss
Great
you guys.
missed you. Great information. Again, we'll be live at Smedra next month.
That sounds awesome. Paul, good to see
Good
you,
to
my
see you,
friend.
Nick. Thanks for
your
being here.
time.
We'll see you.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
And then there was another question. Crystal, I just want to acknowledge I did see your question. I will actually connect up with you offline since we're trying to be respectful of Nick's time and make sure that we stay on our agenda since we only have you guys for another 45 minutes. So I will connect up with you on that question.
So let's hope we got Troy this time. I don't know if you need to send him a text or anything.
Saying,
Paul,
"We're ready."
we're ready. I brought you in. Hopefully he's not grabbing a cup of coffee or anything.
Yeah, he has been texted.
Okay, great. But great information from Nick. He is a great resource, and I really haven't been on my soapbox about RPAC this last year just because we've had so many other things to really discuss. But it's very important to protect our industry and to protect the rights of homeowners, and that's really what it comes down to. So with that, we've got Troy Lucero with Color Productive, good friend, does an amazing job in marketing. And Troy, I'm going to allow you to, I got share screen if you want to share your screen and show us stuff. But we've got you muted at the moment, so go ahead and unmute, and I'm going to give you the table. And you know, there's a lot of people that haven't been using your services, so you can even start at the beginning of what it is that you offer, and then how our agents are going to be accessing it via our Elevate in Your New system.
Can you unmute him?
Oh, yeah, and you're muted, Troy.
There
you go.
How's that?
Gotcha.
Perfect.
All right, very good. Yeah, so my name is Troy Lucero, as Todd alluded to. I run a company called Color Productive. We've been in business for about 24 years now. We specialize in real estate marketing. We do photography, landing sites, all sorts of printing, all sorts of fun stuff. Our main purpose is to help agents build a presence kind of within their sphere and within the communities around listings. Hey, Todd, are you still, let me ask you this, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. I just
Okay,
trying to keep our internet going by turning off the video and doing all.
No problem. So our main goal is to help people get connected with their spheres. And kind of one of the things that has gone on over the years, we've seen the growth of Zillow and Realtor.com and even some mortgage companies, like American Financing and Rocket Mortgage. These companies are taking thousands upon thousands of closings, literally in this market, from real estate agents. And the biggest reason that happens is because real estate agents do not have a connection with their sphere. They don't really stay in touch with their clients that well. The ones that do are doing fine. The ones that don't tend to lose their closings or their opportunities to these online brokerages. And so that's kind of where we come in. We help agents basically in three ways. We help them implement a marketing strategy. So if they're using Buffini or a Ninja program, or if they have their own ideas, or if they have a coach, we can help them implement a program based on their direction, and we can find a strategy that works. I've been doing this a long time, and I've seen a lot of great marketing. I've seen a lot of bad marketing too. But call me, use me. I'm here. I can give you some insight. If you have seeing something in your area that other people are doing that it seems to be working, let me know what it is, or let me know who the agent is. I probably have a good idea or suggestion that we can kind of come up with for you. And I'm here to develop any sort of custom marketing that you need. And we can find a strategy that will help you effectively market to your sphere and effectively market your listings so that you look great to your seller, and so that you get referrals from that community around there. So that's the first way that we can help with strategy. The second way is through our website. So we have a website at colorproductive.com, and I believe it's on the Elevate system as well. We built this site to basically save agents time. So you can go on there, agents can go on there. They can set photography bookings for their listings. It's completely responsive, so they can even set photography booking from their phone within about 45 seconds to a minute. They can reschedule, schedule, they can add services, subtract services, choose from several great photographers, and do all that online, saving tons of time. They don't need to call to set up a booking. They can just do it from their phone. We also have the ability on the website for people to do print marketing. So right now we have about 400 designs online. Here in the next few months, we'll have probably around 1,500 to 1,600 designs, all available for people to use. They can go online. They can do the personalization and customization online through a Canva editor. All that is at their fingertips on the website. I do understand that a lot of people don't love the internet and don't want to do that type of spend the time doing that type of marketing. So you can still go on the website. You can see a design, and if you don't want to spend the time doing your own personalization, just click the request a proof button. We'll get notified that you need a proof of that particular design, and we will do it for you. So we'll do all that work. We'll send you the proof or the design set up when it's already ready for you to take a look at, so you don't have to spend any time doing that. And if you really don't want to spend time online or anything, just shoot me an email, troy@colorproductive.com. Let me know a design that you saw online, or if somebody else is using something, let me know. We'll do it for you. We don't want you to have, put off your marketing because you're not, you're too busy to get everything going. So use us as a resource. We have the website that you can do things, but if it's just as easy for you to send an email or send me a text, that's fine too, and we'll get it done for you so that you can get your marketing going, so that you can get connected with your sphere or make you look great to your sellers, and we'll do all that for you. The last way that we help is through a wholesale marketing program. So one of the challenges I've seen for 20 years is that people will start a strategy, so they'll have a great marketing strategy through Buffini or their own, and they're hitting their sphere on a regular basis. The challenge is that closings don't happen regularly a lot of times, and so what usually happens is a few months in, people start to get stressed because they don't have the revenue coming in to match the expense. So this year we're going to address that. I'm going to help agents throughout this process by giving them wholesale pricing at basically the cost of our paper. So we have a couple programs that will allow people to print, do their print marketing. For example, a postcard, you might be able to send 100 postcards for $9, or 1,000 postcards for $90. So those are ways that we can help you or help the agents in your office market themselves more and more consistently, so they can actually build a relationship with their clients and stay in front of them without having that financial stress. The reality is, in a few years, if agents are losing business to these online brokerages, that by default means that I'm losing business to those online brokerages as well. And so Color Productive and our company is here to not let that happen. And we will do everything that we can through, sitting down and coming up with strategies to make them look great, or even the online programs or the website to save time. Whatever they need help with, we're here to do that. And if we can stop the kind of the outflow of all these closings to all these online places, man, I'm all for it. Let's do it, because we're all in the same boat. These guys are powerful, and they if you do not have a connection with your clients, they will take that business. There's no doubt about it. And if they take the business, then they're taking business from you and me.
No, that's
So
a
that's
great
an
point.
overview of kind of what we have. So
Yeah, and like we mentioned, it's on Elevate. You can get to Color Productive, get to the website. It is very easy, and it's top notch. I mean, this is top notch
High
marketing,
quality.
high end quality. And I mean, you said it, Troy. You got to stay in front of your clients, and you need to be consistent. And we have a ton of people taking Buffini right now. I've got 2 courses going on right now. I think we've got almost 30 people taking it. And the number one concern or question or problem that agents have is staying consistent, because they are juggling so many different balls. And it sounds like a great idea to start doing your marketing on your own, and then the next thing you know, you're out showing, 20 different houses to a buyer, and you don't get your newsletter out, or you don't get your just listed out, or
Or the financial obligation, as you mentioned, starts to add up, especially for a new agent trying to get into the industry who's not making a great income from day one.
So yeah, having a
I
resource.
tell you, we still see, even now, we still see more and more agents, even with packages, they'll skip the packages and they'll just do the photography because their listing sells so fast. But what they're not seeing is the big picture. If you're not using that as an opportunity to build your business, you've lost it. And, there's all sorts of things that we can help with that will set them apart. Just sending an announcement into the neighborhood is not going to do anything, right? So you have to have a strategy for touching those people, making it memorable, helping them understand the community, understand that you are doing an awesome job and that you're different than everybody else. They know you have buyers. Everybody in the world knows that buyers are everywhere now. What they need to know is that you are presenting their properties, beautifully, and that you are professional in what you do, and that you're doing the things that a realtor should be doing in the area, marketing that listing and supporting the seller. So we'll help them. We'll help anybody do that. You just have to, and if you don't have the time to kind of develop that strategy for hitting the neighborhood a few times, jump on our wholesale program. It's cheap, and we will set it up for you. Just let us know. We'll send you the proofs for all the follow-up cards so that you can start getting those referrals from the area. So
Awesome. Thanks, Troy. I appreciate you being here. I mean, the main reason we wanted you is to put a face with a name so that people know you're a resource. And that's, we can't do it all. We do need professionals such as yourself, and you do a wonderful job. So
Troy, if someone wants to reach out to you or your team, what is the best number to call, and is there a best email?
So why don't you just send me an email at Troy, Troy, at colorproductive.com.
Perfect.
And let me know if you have a question on the site. If you need us to help getting something set up, let me know. We'll take care of it for you.
yeah, I know we've had some agents just recently say, there's things I've been wanting to do. They're finally, ordering some packets that are customized to them. So when they're doing a presentation, it's their,
Or letterhead.
Some nice
your
letterhead, just all
turned out
kinds of
great.
stuff. Yeah, so
It's not hard to take a little bit of extra time, which we would do for you, to have a custom whatever it is.
right.
It's not hard for us to do, but that little extra effort and that little extra bit at the front end will make every agent just look so great. So great.
Totally agree.
So,
Totally agree.
Awesome. Well,
let me know how we can help.
And a quick little shout out from one of our agents, Philip Candela. For those of you who have not used Troy before, I highly recommend Troy and Color Productive. Great work and very fair price. So
That's awesome. We do a lot of work for a lot of equity agents. If anybody, if you need a reference or want to know, I'm happy to give them out. I'm not going to hide any of the references. Anybody that we work with, you can talk to them, good or bad. I think you'll be happy with what you hear.
Yeah. Well,
Awesome.
you got good references right here. We've been very happy.
Thank you.
We've been very happy. Thank you,
so much
Troy.
for your
Thank you so
time.
much.
We appreciate you joining us this morning.
See you later, Troy. Thanks.
Bye-bye. Thanks, Paul.
So yeah, if you guys have not ever used Troy or Color Productive or taken a look at the website, there's a lot in there, and you don't just need to have a listing currently to utilize Troy. So please check him out, see how he can help you. And he did mention something that I thought was extremely important, which is, I know things are selling quickly, but that doesn't mean you don't do everything.
Yeah.
And I am such a big believer in sending out just listed cards and just sold cards to your sphere of influence. I can't tell you how good that is for your business to show people what you're doing. So.
Yeah, and all of you Buffiniites that are on watching right now, we're talking about how just doing your job is expected. Doing your job doesn't get you referrals. It's doing an exceptional job and going above and beyond. How Troy's saying, well, the house sells quickly. I don't need all these marketing packages. I just need the photography because in 48 hours I'm going under contract. That's not what gets you the referrals. It's going above and beyond, even in an exceptional market, that gets you the referrals from your clients.
Yeah. Always do your best.
Yeah.
Always do your best. And your business will keep going. You'll be here 30 years from now, still just roaring along. But you skimp, and you're going to have those ups and downs. So, yeah, do your best. So, Troy is one of the best. So I put up a little NAR class action lawsuit. We have an update on what is going on with this. So, Stacy, take it away.
Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to give you guys an opportunity to get a little inside track on some of the information that we've been receiving from Scott Peterson as well as Damian Cox. They actually held a live Zoom call, what was that, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago? So there were 400 real estate brokers on that call. Some of you may have attended. If so, this is a recap. But this whole thing stems around antitrust laws. So just to kind of give you a little bit of a foundation, and then I'll dive into the actual update. So antitrust has to do with businesses grouping together or banding together to create monopolies and dictate and set prices in a certain market or an industry. So we've gotten pretty comfortable in the real estate industry knowing how to stay in our lane as far as antitrust rules and regulations. We can't talk about commissions outside of our brokerage. We can't set commissions. Fixed pricing is not allowed. And we can't do group boycotts and boycott a certain real estate company or a certain home because of a certain commission rate or co-op compensation. So that all has to do with the antitrust.
And remember, that's outside of our company.
Outside of our brokerage
In our
firm.
brokerage firm, we can talk about this. Outside, we can't talk to RE/MAX and say, hey,
What are you charging?
what are you charging? We're
And-
charging 6. What are you charging? 7? We should all charge. We can't talk.
Yeah, we can't say that there's an industry standard.
There's no
6% is the standard rate. We
But I
can't-
could make a standard in our company.
Or
That
you
is-
can make a standard.
Yes, you
for
can have
your
a standard,
business.
a company can have a standard, but competing brokerage firms cannot have collusion together
Yeah.
and determine what the market is.
Yeah, exactly. So, the reason why antitrust has really become part of the forefront in the last couple of years was the NAR class action lawsuit that came up, and that was in March of 2019. And to give you guys just a little tiny background, I'm not going to go into the details because it's been around for a while, but for those of you who might be new to the industry and don't know about that class action lawsuit, it had to do with a group of individuals, and actually I'm just going to read this to make
read
sure
it.
I articulate it correctly. The complaint was that NAR and several large brokerage firms were enabling member brokers to raise, fix, and maintain buyer agent compensation at artificially high levels that would not exist in a competitive market. So there were policies that served to steer home buyers away from lower commission homes and drive out discounters. That was the complaint, that sellers didn't have the opportunity to determine what was being paid to a buyer's agent, that instead MLS policies and brokerage policies and individual agents were dictating what a set rate should be. Make sense?
Yep, good.
Yeah. Okay. So NAR has reached a settlement. They had a few concerns with the complaint that came up in this lawsuit, and they did feel that the marketplace and homeowners were potentially at risk by not having certain information disclosed to the general public. So we're going to see a few changes here in the next couple of months. And Todd and I and Paul all like to stay ahead of the curve and keep you guys updated on things that are coming down the pike. The settlement has not been written out and presented to everyone yet. However, there are a few terms that have been released so that we can all kind of get familiar with what changes are going to be taking place. There's 4 things we want you guys to be aware of. So the first one that's going to be adopted, hopefully it was supposed to be adopted the end of the first quarter. Obviously we're well into the second quarter, but we're expecting the NAR board is supposed to be meeting here in the next couple of weeks, and we should start to see things rolling out with the actual terms of this settlement. So the 4 things that we have been given information on is that cooperating commission in any realtor-owned MLS system, which is all the MLSs in Colorado, and most of them nationwide, will have a public data field that syndicates out what co-op compensation is going to be on every listing. So you won't be able to see what the listing agent is taking commission-wise, but the general public will be able to see what that buyer representative is being paid. So right now in the MLS, when you enter in buyer broker, transaction broker, commission, whether it's a dollar amount or a flat fee, that does not syndicate out on the internet. Buyers can't see what you're earning. That's going to change.
We see it, they don't see
it.
it. But now, everyone's going to see it.
Yep, that is going to be one of the terms that NAR agrees to, is to have a new syndication field that goes out to the public. So the second is that buyers agents can no longer advertise their services as free. And I think that's one of the most important ones I wanted to mention to you guys, is because if you ever brought buyer consultation or a presentation and you say, oh, I work for you for free, I get paid by the seller, you now have to rework that, because you can no longer say that you work for them for free, because this class action lawsuit brought up to light the fact that the buyers are paying for you, it's just rolled into the purchase price of the house. And so you're not actually working for free. So that's going to be the second change. The third thing we haven't had an issue with, and we haven't been able to do it for years. I don't know if there are MLS systems that still do this, but there are certain MLSs in the past that would allow you to filter out listings based upon compensation amount. So you could search homes based upon the amount of buyer's agent or transaction broker compensation, and then schedule or route your showings according to highest compensation to lowest compensation.
That's crazy.
Isn't that
I have
nuts?
a hard time believing that that's, I mean, yes, when I started the industry, maybe, but not in any recent past, because we are mostly buyer's agents.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be totally against your fiduciary duties to not show a property based upon what you're going to get paid. I mean, we have hammered that into our company for years.
In the past, when we have had buyer's markets, you have heard chatter out there. If you're an agent that's been in the industry for 10 or more years, you've heard people say, well, there's 20 houses to show my buyer. This company is only offering X amount in co-op commission. I'm going to show the other 19 houses first. Maybe my buyer will like one of those, and I'll show this one last. You can't do that. So the MLS systems are taking away the ability to filter that as a search field. We don't even have the capability of doing that in our Denver metro market or Colorado, but some
are able to do that.
Some are able to do that. So the last impact of this is going to be the equal lockbox access. And this is something that is being adopted where you don't have to be an MLS participant or a board member in a particular area in order to have access to show a listing. So right now, if you're a city broker living in Denver and you want to go up into the mountain communities, say Aspen, and show a property, you are not part of their MLS or their board. So you have to call the listing agent, and the listing agent has to call the seller and get permission. We're now going to have the ability that as long as you hold a Colorado license, you have equal access to all properties in the state, regardless of the MLS affiliation that you're part of.
That's huge.
That's a big game changer.
I mean, really, where the big game is going to be is Colorado Springs and Denver, because even though we're all on Central Lock, they have a different system, and ours doesn't just automatically open their Central Lock. And as you guys know, you're joining PPAR just so you can go get into their lock boxes. You might already know the property address, but you're joining PPAR so that you can get access to the lock box. This is going to be across the board.
So now that co-op compensation is a public syndicated field, you can go on to Realtor.com, see what the co-op compensation is for Colorado Springs listing, have permission to show that property, and now know what you're supposed to get paid. Because you're still not part of the MLS, so your compensation agreement is not in place. You need to make sure your buyer agency is set up correctly so that you can write commission into the listing agreement. But I think some of the things we're going to see coming down the pike is the fact that we're going to have more traveling brokers, and we're going to have issues with working outside of areas of competency. I think there's going to be more discussion and probably mediation and arbitration over procuring cause and commissions that one agent thinks they're owed but not getting paid because they didn't have a compensation agreement because they're not within the same MLS system. So yeah, in theory, you can look and see, oh, I'm supposed to get X dollar amount to a buyer's agent. I'm going to write that in my contract. I'm going to go show that property, and there's nothing stopping you. So 4 pretty significant changes.
They're significant. It'll be interesting to see what all shakes out.
Yes.
Because it will lead to the next thing.
Yeah.
And then the next thing, like Nick was talking about, having to license or register your property in Denver as a rental. What's the next? So we're going to see some big changes, I think, and not necessarily bad or good, just some big changes. And it's our job to stay current and to keep you guys current and to be able to adapt to our new circumstances.
Yeah, so when all of us does, in fact, get adopted and they start rolling it out, we'll keep you abreast. Right now, there's nothing that you need to do. Keep going about your business as normal. We'll keep you informed of changes. And then in our next discussion, we'll go into more detail on the implications. I do have a few things in my mind. I know Todd does as well, on things that we're foreseeing could potentially happen. So we're going to give you guys some talking points, some dialogue, some things, what if scenarios, things to be aware of. Again, this is a little premature to go into those, so we'll save those for our next installment. So.
Yeah.
Any
so
questions?
We had a question from Steve, and it was very specific in this, Steve, that it said realtor-owned MLSs.
Realtor-owned MLSs
are under these regulations, not non-realtor MLSs. Now, we don't have any MLSs per se in Colorado that are non-realtor, but you might be able to extrapolate that to a company that opens up non-realtor MLS, or it's not, maybe they don't even call it an MLS. They might call it something else, but
a data service.
A data service. So that's what I'm saying, is we're going to see some changes in the next 5-10 years that are going to definitely affect the way that we do business on a daily basis. And this is why you really want to be part of the board of realtors, and why you want to RPAC. And when agents go, I don't want to pay those fees, when we're not having people watch out for us and we're just looking at ourselves and just doing our own little thing, and I don't want to be in the big picture, things happen to you that you're not in charge of and that you can't foresee, and that's not what you want. You want someone looking out for our industry, because this is a wonderful industry and career in business that we've been part of for many years, and we want to keep doing it.
And the industry morphs, and it's supposed to, and that's what it's supposed to do. But we just have to make sure that it's morphing in a positive manner. And the whole purpose behind this is more transparency and more information for the general public. It's not because the realtors want something a certain way. It's to protect the consumer, and that's how this all transpired. So I think overall, there's going to be some really, really positive changes. But anytime there's a change, there's pushback in the market, and then it's interesting to see how the market deals with that and how they shift. So yeah, we'll keep you posted.
Yeah. What I like about this is, I have said for a long time that agents fear listings, or a large majority of agents fear listings, because that is where you have to really sit down and really show your value and articulate what you do, because so many agents, when they work with a buyer, maybe they don't use the word free, but they say, you don't pay me, I get paid by that, and they gloss over.
You don't have to sell yourself.
You need to sell yourself, because you need to sell yourself to protect, to make sure you're getting paid. And it's really been this way for, I'd say, a good 8 years now, where we can put into our contract, our listing contract with buyer, in the event you don't get paid X from another real estate brokerage firm, you're going to charge this to your buyer. And we have that ability to mark what we want to get paid. And we're going to see that more and more and more, as you might see commissions being offered to you go down, which means you need to raise your level of expertise in showing your value so that you get paid a good wage. This is a very hard business to do well at, and to protect people and to help. So it's upon you to be good.
Yeah.
And better than good, to be the best.
Exactly. Because part of this was that sellers thought that there were inexperienced and incompetent buyers agents that were unskilled and earning too high of commissions for the level of skill. They thought their listing agents were phenomenal, but they were thinking in their mind, sellers said, some of these other agents on the other end are a nightmare. Why are they getting paid more than you? That's not fair. And you're telling me we can't change that co-op compensation? So yeah, there's a lot of moving parts. So make sure that what you do well, because it's going to affect the industry as a whole.
Yeah. So good comments. Steve put a nice post in there. Check that out. Yeah, I agree, Steve. So we will keep you guys apprised of when things
update
really hit. But these are things coming down the pike.
Yep.
Training course spotlight. Who's speaking about this?
I guess I will.
Okay.
Paul can do it.
Paul, you talking about this?
Yeah.
I would be happy to.
Hop in.
Yes. I will dive in. I actually wanted to get this course scheduled. We read all of your surveys, as we tell you guys, and lots of comments about growing social media presence during COVID right now. Social media is huge. So you guys might know Lisa Suazo. We've pulled her in. She's taught several classes previously at Equity. She is the social media expert. She's got a library of about 30 social media classes, and we thought we'd start with 7 steps to grow your real estate business on social media. So there's a couple agents out there who are, hey, Paul, I'm looking for ideas.
We get this a lot.
Content.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Say that again, Todd?
Yeah, we get this a lot. People asking on social media. And don't ask, when are you going to teach it again? Do it now. Move your schedule around. Because
might not.
It's hard to get this stuff in. So, yeah.
Yeah, and Lisa's phenomenal. If you've taken any classes from her, she's super intelligent. She articulates things well. She's very, very patient. She's engaging, and she just has one of those voices you enjoy listening to, and she makes class fun. So, hop on.
And that's this Tuesday. I mean, it's coming up.
Nailed it. Take that class. Registration links are in our weekly update. And Todd, I can't see what slide you're on. Did you already jump to?
So,
Sana?
Next one is sign on with Sana.
Nice. Yeah, sign on with Sana. I'll briefly talk about this. Sana is doing a market stats update on the 3rd Friday of each month. And we always talk about, attend anything you can when there's market stats being discussed, because it'll make it second nature for you. So sign on with Sana. It's going to be this next Friday, I apologize. And it's through Google Meets. It's very similar to Zoom. So we'll post this in our Facebook group. Dive in. It's great.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Oh, is that all you had, Paul?
I think so. I know we have one other event that we want to talk about, the upcoming sales meeting for next month.
Well, let's talk about that while we're here right now.
Sure. Let's do it.
Yeah. May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. 9:30, breakfast. Kind of like the old days.
Yep.
And we've hired so many agents, they're like, oh, you do this in live? How cool. Yeah, we actually get together, or we did. So yeah, in person live at Smedra Building. If you don't know how to get there, the address will be in our weekly update. It's a beautiful building. It's a beautiful room. We will be in the large
conference room.
large conference room can hold like 250 people. Okay, we're going to be nowhere near that. You know, maybe we'll have 40 people or 50 or 20. I don't know what we've got right now. So you'll have plenty of room to space out. Space out.
Space out.
Plenty of room to have space.
Yes.
Being that, we just haven't gotten together. And even if you've had a vaccine, we've got people that have been sitting in their homes for 13 months and are like, wow, I really am excited to do this.
But I'm nervous.
I'm nervous. I'm hesitant. I don't think I'm not going to catch. I don't even know how to interact.
We don't know how to interact.
I don't even know. Do I hug people? Do I do this? Do I do this? So we'll have plenty of space. If you want to wear a mask, you can wear a mask. If you don't want to, do what you feel is comfortable. And I just want to say, I want to hug everyone. And we're not going to do that.
We're not going to.
Because I don't want anyone to feel weird
or uncomfortable
or
not come because they don't know what the expectations are.
Yeah,
everybody needs to just, hi, it's great to
let's
see
do
you.
Baby steps, and we'll do this, we can do this,
or we can 6 feet wave, 20 feet wave, whatever your level.
I just want to see you guys in person, so whatever it takes to make you feel comfortable. Love to see you guys.
Yes.
So
but no, you're not going to have anyone running up in your space bubble. We're going to be very, very, very
I just don't want anyone to go, oh, I felt weird, but I didn't want. I mean, it's Stacy, and she came to give me a hug, and so we're not going to do that. We're going to tip our toe into this and get together. We'll have breakfast. We're still working on trying to get it catered, but everyone's out of business.
And it's not that they're out of business. It's just that catering hasn't come back yet.
Yeah.
So they're not finding it a valuable way to make money right now. And so, whether we have food delivered, we
might be the caterers.
We might be the caterers, but we'll have food set up at multiple stations, grab and go, those type of things. But if I can find someone who's willing to set up a buffet breakfast and serve plates so that people aren't touching different things, we'll make sure that we can try and accommodate that. Again, I'm doing the research on that, but we just catering hasn't come back yet.
So if anyone has a lead or is listening and says, "Oh, I know
a great caterer,"
let us know. Otherwise,
it'll
still be good.
It'll still be
and
really good.
The whole point is to get together, guys.
Yeah.
Get together. So May 5th, 9:30 to 10, breakfast hour, 10 to 11:15, meeting like we're doing right here. So anyway, please RSVP to Paul so we have enough food and we just have an idea of
how to
to make sure everyone's got their space and feel good. So please RSVP, and the sooner the better, so that we know that this is even happening. Are people coming? Yeah, they are. We've got I think 30 people so far, or 25 people have said, but we keep talking and they're like, oh, I need an email. So please email Paul.
We're excited to see you.
We got Frankie Sanchez on the border. I'm surprised you didn't talk about On the Border.
Yeah, I talked to On the Border. They aren't catering breakfast. They're only doing lunch and dinner. So breakfast isn't something that they're catering.
And we like On the Border. We've used them for parties in the evening.
But
before.
They're like, do you want tacos and burritos and nachos for breakfast? I was like, no.
So yes, Katie, good thing. We will live stream this for those of you that don't attend live. Yep. We will be streaming this like we're doing right now.
Yep. So you can watch virtually as well.
Yep. You bet. So we want people live. We want people online. We just see you guys however you want to be seen.
Exactly. So.
Cool.
All right.
Let's
jump into
Power Pros.
Oh my gosh, we have so many.
What a fantastic month, guys. You guys.
Yeah.
I know how busy you are. You guys are just slammed. It's hard as can be, but look at this. What a great group of smiling faces. All of you guys, Power Pros. Top sales agent, Diane Levy. How exciting at 2.9 million in sales volume, 4 transactions. Congratulations.
Nice job, Diane.
That's awesome. Mary Deckard, Power Pro with 5 transactions and tied for first place in the number of transactions with Karina. And I've been pronouncing
Podlesny.
Podlesny. I've been pronouncing your name wrong all these years, Karina, and you've never said anything.
So yeah, Mary and Karina
Rocked it. 5
Congratulations.
transactions.
Most transactions. Mary Deckard inched ahead with a slightly higher transaction volume, but man,
Rocking it.
Yeah.
That was March, people. So
well done.
congratulations. We'll continue with Mark Baker and 3 transactions. Ernie Quimmel, 3 transactions. Amy Randolph with 3. Mindy Sanders with 3. Lori Sanders with 3. They are not related. Pam Bellier with 3 transactions. Nicole Warden, 3 transactions. Stephanie Fellhauer, 3. Bobby Barajas, 3 transactions. Oh my God, you guys are just rocking it. Judy Simpson, 3 transactions. And the rest, Power Pros, 2 transactions to be a Power Pro for the month. Don Cassidy, Allison Lashmet, Greg Tiffin, Michael Carter, Mario Lombardi, Brooke Van Havermaet, Reagan Grant, Christy Oliva, Brandon Gillespie, Kim Dunbar, Eileen Kitko, Kathy Harder, Joyce Benelli, Dick Stevenson, Beth Goddard, Philip Candela, and Diane Mueller. Oh my gosh, amazing production, guys. So congratulations to all of you.
Done.
And again, we know how hard it is right now. You guys are working.
But you guys are getting it figured out, because I am
Yes.
hearing number of you getting your buyers under contract against 20 offers, 25 offers, 17 offers. Yeah, you're doing a great job.
You're some of the best.
Yeah.
That's why. I mean, we keep talking about being the best. Well, and the best rises. And you guys are winning.
You're doing it.
And getting your clients their homes. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day, is getting clients homes.
Into their homes, yeah.
So, awesome. Congratulations. If you have any new or coming soon listings,
Share the
please post to Facebook so that we know about them.
You can also post in the comment section of this
Yeah.
live Facebook feed, but definitely get on our Facebook group and share, because if we can get equity agents,
Get us selling them. Yeah, get us a foot in the door a little bit ahead of somebody else. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
What else we got? I think that's it.
I think that's it. Anybody have any questions?
What do you guys got? Any questions, concerns, needs?
I'll give you just a couple of seconds. Thank you, by the way, for all the catering recommendations.
Oh,
I'm getting,
good, good.
Phone numbers
Yeah,
and
we'll call them
names
all
and
and try and get somebody in.
So thank you.
I mean, I was envisioning like pancakes and waffles and somebody doing it all for us.
And for Cinco de Mayo, I wanted to have a Mexican flair
Yeah.
to it. So we're on it.
We'll keep calling.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah. Anything else? Paul, you got anything else?
Just a quick comment. If you were an annual Power Pro last year, we still have your awards if you haven't picked them
Oh,
up.
yes.
You can email me to schedule an appointment to come swing by, and we'll do it socially distanced, same kind of thing. We'll make you feel comfortable. And I think we could probably bring those to the sales meeting at Smedra as well for you. So swing by the office, let me know you're coming. Otherwise, we'll bring those awards to the meeting in May.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we got you guys nice plaques.
They're beautiful.
And so,
Yeah.
they're not just the certificates. They're actually
Yeah,
really
come get
nice
your
plaques. So
plaques.
we want you
Yeah.
to have that to display in your home office.
Yeah. On your Zoom wall.
Exactly.
If you were a Power Pro last year, you'll be getting an email in the coming days, weeks, and months. We're slowly going to be doing this, but we're trying to get a little bit more active on our Facebook public page and just kind of talking about the real estate industry, talking about you guys, promoting you. So one of those activities that I've got going is having an email go out to the Power Pros, and eventually we'll get all of you. I mean, the goal is to get everybody on here, but I got to figure out how to prioritize this. So it's going to start with the Power Pros. We're going to send a little email to you that just says, how long you been in the business? What do you like about the industry? Tell us something unique about you, something that you can share. And then I've got a wonderful writer who will flavor it and make it sound great, and we'll post a congratulations with your success and a little write-up and share it on Facebook that you can then share outside of our Facebook group. So look for those emails. Know it's coming from us. you'll probably recognize the last name. It's Weininger, Mandy. So we've got Paul's wife doing a little social media work
Yeah.
for us, and she's done a great job. She just started, so if you've noticed, oh, they're posting some stuff. Well, yeah, we've worked out a deal to recruit
Mandy's help.
Mandy's help
And her expertise. She
just writes so
phenomenal.
nice, yeah.
So.
And so yeah, I just really want to try and get that page going a little bit more. We're not going to go crazy with it, but just share who we are,
Yeah.
because you guys, and when I say we, you are amazing.
Yeah,
It's an
and,
amazing group of people.
Sometimes you have a hard time posting something about yourself, but if we post something about you and you share it to your Facebook page,
Yep.
it feels a little less threatening, like, oh, I'm bragging about myself. No, someone else is bragging about me and I want you all to hear about it.
Yeah. So again, we're starting with the Power Pros, but you'll see the new agents. We're catching up on that. We kind of fell off on getting the new agents. So, and then even those who weren't yearly Power Pros, we'll eventually reach out to every one of you, and we will have you all a nice post throughout the year that you can share who you are and what you're doing, and just a reason for someone to click on your Facebook and to remind them that you're in the industry.
Yeah.
So.
And as Equity Colorado achieves different things in the industry, whether it's Diamond Circle Awards or different events, we'll also post those things so that
Definitely.
you can get name brand recognition out to your sphere.
Yeah. So yeah, we're trying to raise your image, raise our image.
Because that's definitely been one of the things you guys have been wanting us to do,
Yeah.
is more company promotion.
So yeah, and we have something to be very proud of. We're the 9th highest producing volume company in Denver. The 9th.
Yeah, you guys are
That's amazing. If you saw the list, you go, well, where's this company? Where's that company? Yeah, we beat all of them. We're up there with the biggest players that
And
have been around.
we being you.
But you just saw the Power Pros for the month. You guys are crushing it. So you really have something to be proud of. And I want you to be able to share that with your clients so that we can help increase your business and your awareness. So anyway.
All right, awesome. Well, keep a good watch on all these coming soon listings, new listings. We've got people saying they want margaritas at the sales meeting.
That sounds great. I all for that. I mean, if it's a nice day, we got that patio outside. The meeting stops at 11:15, and then maybe we have a margarita mixer going on the outside. We'll do
make it
something
fun.
fun. Yeah,
We'll make it
it
fun.
will be fun, and it'll be just fun just to see you guys. So.
Well, thank you guys so much for spending your morning with us. We do appreciate your time and always love seeing you online.
Yeah. Take care. Have a great rest of your week.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody. Good job, Schusters. Have a good day.
Thanks, Paul.
See you, Paul.